West applauds Ukrainians for resisting occupation, but condemns Palestinians for doing the same.
In one place, you celebrate resistance. You celebrate people taking up arms against an invasion which is correctly considered to be illegal. That's in Ukraine. And in this other place, you run cover for the people who are doing the illegal occupation.
Since Hamas broke through the fence separating Israel from occupied Gaza, Western leaders have almost unanimously condemned the organization for the deadly attacks, but totally ignored the impacts of Israel's occupation and daily violence against Palestinians. Western countries have lit up squares with the Israeli flag. That's even happened in Ukraine, where President Zelensky compared Hamas to Russia, a global superpower.
The same evil, and the only difference is that there is a terrorist organization that attacked Israel, and here is a terrorist state that attacked Ukraine.
But Gaza, like Ukraine, is under occupation. In fact, Israel has illegally occupied it for 56 years. And for the last 16 years, it has enforced a total land, air, and sea blockade against it. 2.3 million people there cannot enter or leave. Human rights groups call it an open-air prison.
This situation that has evolved is a direct result of the continuation of the longest occupation in modern history.
Half an hour before this broke out, Israelis led a very normal life. Every single day of the year, Palestinians live a life where their most basic freedoms that we take for granted are denied. Every day it's occupation, it's oppression.
Half of Gaza's population are children. Most have only known life under blockade. And at least 91 of those children have been killed by Israeli airstrikes this week. Israel controls Gaza's access to water and electricity, and it just cut supplies of both, which is a war crime.
Why the United States supports Ukraine in fighting what they call occupation, while here they are supporting the occupier who continues to occupy us.
Since Russia invaded Ukraine, Europe and the US have supplied Ukrainians with billions of dollars in military aid and weapons, $75 billion from the US alone. Some EU countries have suspended all development aid to Palestinians, even though Palestinians are also an occupied people.
Parts of the world that have woken up already, and some that are also yet to wake up, they will see this as another example of the very selective American application of the standards it is claiming to uphold in one place and totally negates and undermines in another place.
Europe and the US have taken in millions of Ukrainian refugees since Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022. For Palestinians in Gaza living under Israel's blockade and bombardments, there is nowhere to run.